Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Mike, and I am playing The Legend of oh wow, that guy walloped me. I'm playing The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and yeah, this is episode 3. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do while I'm here? I am going to tromp over here. So last time you'll remember we got the we got the last 2 pendants that we needed. Oh, I did turn the recording on, right? I sure did. Look at how responsible I'm being. We got the last... Wow, that guy was flying right at my face. The last 2 pendants that we needed, and we then got the Master Sword, and then we failed to keep Zelda rescued, and she got teleported to the Dark World. We killed the wizard, but it wasn't fast enough, and we got sucked into the Dark World too. So I'm actually going to... we can go back to the Light World, though. Look at that. I'm going to actually buy a potion, because we've got... It's a little expensive, but we're going to need some of those later, probably. Maybe not. I'm pretty decent at this game. So yeah, the mirror that we've got can let us teleport back and forth. Well, it can let us teleport from the Dark World to the Light World, and it leaves a little portal behind that we can use to get back. I don't think there's anything that I need to do over that way. I think we really just need to go deal with the Palace of Evil first, or Darkness, whatever. I don't remember. Yeah, so now we've got 7 dungeons, well, 8 actually, to clear in the Dark World, which... I don't know, it's funny, I always felt like you spent a lot more time, or kind of equal time, between the Light and the Dark World, but you 100% spend way more of the game in the Dark World than the Light World. And she's a fairy cave here, too. How useful. Is there a thing over here? These guys hit pretty hard and have a lot of health, so I'm probably going to just ignore them. Oops. We do need a lot of money, though. There's a bunch of... So, an interesting thing, I'll talk about a few different things, but yeah, it's just a dead end. That's fine. Oh, no, there is a thing over here. So is this the little guy? So, in the Dark World, there are people who will give you a lot of hints, but they all charge you money for them, or a lot of them will charge you money for them. I don't need their hints, so I'm not going to give them any money. What I was going to say is, when you have the energy blasts, because they fly out from the tip of your sword, if you're not positioned right, a lot of times you will hit enemies with the energy blast instead of the sword stroke. So you'll actually end up dealing less damage, which is a little annoying. So we need to go in that way, but we can't go through here. It's a little annoying, so sometimes it's actually a little bit easier if you've taken a little damage and you're not swinging around you're not shooting energy blasts. Oops. This weird bird's trying to kill us. Hey, look, that looks like an arrow that's pointing the correct direction, but I want to go here first. Maybe it's the gorilla that you can get the money from? I don't know. Oh, this poor guy. So this guy got turned into a tree because he came here, and basically because an evil man took the power of gold, everyone comes here and gets transformed by the evil power. So this is really the only time... Well, I shouldn't say that. It's one of the few... There we go. Getting stuck there for some reason. It's one of the few times where the Triforce is kind of depicted as, like, morally neutral. No, not that way. You know, I feel like most of the time... wow, that guy hit really hard. I need to get some better armor. That's not for a while, though. So you gotta just keep... Oops. You can kind of see through the trees. There's like a little... oh my god, there's a thing following me. Oh, actually... Shoot, do we have a... Where'd he... What the hell? Why did he leave? We kind of need him. Alright, I guess we're gonna clear out this... I don't know if I have... I need him to open this dungeon. Does he leave when you get hit? Have I just never gotten hit when I've played this game before with him? Alright, dude. Yeah, get back here. Alright, we actually need him to open this door, and I hope he only asks for shit. Okay. Alright, I'm going to pause the recording because I got to go get money. I guess that's why I didn't buy that potion in the past. Alright, I'm going back to the desert to get that 300 gold, so give me a few minutes. Alright, that guy wasn't actually giving me 300 rubies, but I managed to get the extra stuff that I needed by walking over there. Stupid monkey. I forgot that I had to pay him money to get in here. So, I think there's only, like, one other thing that we need money for the rest of the game, maybe. This is also kind of a longer dungeon. I think we'll still get through this one and probably the next one. This is the wrong way. Actually, now that I have magic powder, I can kind of deal with these guys. Yeah, I don't think I can... Here's where the energy blasts are useful. I don't think I can do this part yet. Yeah, I gotta come back. This is where we go towards the end of the dungeon. I went the wrong way. That's fine. Ah, don't put me right in front of those guys. What's wrong with you? Yeah, this is kind of a longer dungeon. The Dark World dungeons in general tend to be on the longer side. Where's that? There we go. We don't have a key yet, so we can't go that way. These guys have... I don't think there's a key under any of those things. There is something here. Yeah, there we go. That's the key. Now we can move forward. I think we can even just sneak right... No. That's fine. Yeah, the Dark World dungeons in general tend to be longer than the Light World dungeons. I'm trying to think if there are any shorter ones. Yeah, these things are annoying for now anyways. Actually, can I get that thing yet? I've already totally forgotten how to navigate my... Oh. Kind of. That's useful, but... Oh, if you want to see something cool. So you can take those guys out with the magic powder. They're much less of a threat now. The little they're like little pigs actually, but they have iron helmets on that make them, you can't attack them from the front. But your energy blasts go over their things, so you can kill them that way. Alright. Is it this way? Those things will electrocute you if you're not careful. I do need to go down there eventually. Yeah, sorry. In a lot of these dungeons, I usually just wander around until I find out until I remember where I need to go. I have a key, so we can go this way. Yeah, none of those open up into anything. Ooh, that might be the... Oh, this is the... Oh, it is the boss key. Great. You don't actually need the compass to finish any of these dungeons. No. Ah. But you do need the boss key, because we definitely need that thing that, the treasure here to advance through the rest of the game. I don't think it's that way, though. Alright, let's do a little bit more exploring. There's a bunch of stuff around here. That's good. Master Sword helps to kill these things a little bit easier. Ow, damn it. Okay. Oh, we need a key, though. Damn it. Ooh, that might be a key. No, it's the compass. Of course it is. Ooh, I think it's money down here. Yes. Again, we don't need a whole lot more money to finish this game, but if they're... Oh, good. So we should be able to get the... We don't need a whole lot more money, but if they're going to just give it to us, we might as well take it. Alright, that's good. That's a key. So I'm going to use that to snag this dealie over here, which I think should let me... I think there's another key around here too. That's useful. Use the illumination of my energy to take out these guys. Alright, where is it? I think that's just money or arrows. Oh, it's a key. Good. Good. Here's where we want. Oh, I haven't shown this yet. You can kind of tap on the walls. If you get that hollow sound, that means you can blast through. Also, I know I demonstrated that I could ram through some of the walls. You can ram through the ones that are very cracked, but the slightly... Yeah, magic hammer. Love it. The very cracked walls you can charge through, but the slightly cracked walls you have to use the bombs for. Actually, this is going a lot faster than I thought, so we might be finished with this one kind of quickly. The it's not going to show it. The little pig guys have a falling sprite as well. The only way to kill the turtles is with the hammer. And just like Super Mario Brothers, they do get faster if they get back up from that. I think I can... Yeah, I'm actually going to see if that's a heart over there. None of these will open to anything as far as I can remember. I jump over. Ooh, this is dumb. Actually, you know what? I am going to open that so I can get through here. I think I can get that. No, I can't. Actually, I could just go this way. I clearly don't need that, whatever it is. Yeah, if I don't find the compass, I don't care. I'm just gonna go through this dungeon. Alright, these guys will mimic you, so you have to kind of lead them into the arrows. I think I might need one more key. Another sliding wall. You can kind of tell with this one because it didn't line up quite right. It looked a little funky like that. Yeah, maybe we'll just finish the dungeon. I bet I'm going to get to a point where I need a key, and I'm going to be screwed, though. Yeah, I have a feeling there's... Actually, you can just chop them to death, but... Yeah, I know, I need a key. I don't think there's going to be a key here. Okay, alright, we'll just go back. That's fine. I like these little whack-a-mole obstructions. Yeah, but it's fine. Jeez. I forgot about that guy. Oh, you know what? I will have to... Oops. Come on. Oh, I did hit it. So we gotta loop around up there. Okay. We can... There. That's fine. Alright, now we want to go that other way that I had been talking about before. Oh, we can kill those things. Not that it matters. Can I push this? Yeah, I can. Look at that. Take that guy out with the hammer. Oh, can I? Bombs. Yeah, this is going to be where that last key is, I think. Or it's going to be the compass, and it's going to drive me nuts. Oh, come on. There we go. Wasted a lot of magic on that guy. Yeah, I don't know. As a kid, the Dark World dungeons always just felt more ominous, you know? I guess that was sort of the intent. Oops. This guy spits fire at you if you're lined up with him. Those ones come back, the red ones, for some reason. Like, if you leave the room, they'll still be there. Oh, okay, so it just loops me right back. They also split up into these little annoying guys. Oh, the map. I didn't have the map yet. Oops. Oh, it was the map I didn't have. I had the compass. Silly me. Is this the key that I need then? Thank you. Okay, now we should be able to finish. Yeah, I don't know why these ones come back. It must be something about how they're like... their AI works with, because there's multiples of them. I don't know. I think there's fairies in here. Yeah, we've got enough of those, though. Just hop down here. Should be able to... Oops. Put the statue back. I hope it's not... since I'm not really talking my way through all of these puzzles, I hope they're still making sense, more or less. That statue moves, so you can put it over the... Actually, I think I can kill these guys with the energy blast. No, it's going to take way too long. That's what I grabbed all those arrows for. Oop, yeah, that's what I meant. Oh. Yeah. Nice. Almost at the end. I don't know if you... Oops. I don't know if you can bang into them when they're flipped over like that, if you can walk through them. I think they won't damage you. Oops. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Oh, come on. I think there's a few more turtles. Oh, jeez. Okay, turtles are getting aggressive. Jeez. I haven't gotten worked over by the turtles before. Hopefully I'll be able to heal up a little bit before final battle. I think... There we go. I guess not. Oops. Oh, well. That's what we got the fairies for. It's boss time. Alright. You can... Come on. Alright, I guess we're using that potion. You can get them with bombs, too, but I thought... There we go. Nice. Hit with my own bombs. Good job. There we go. Okay. There we go. Jeez. A little nastier than I remember, but not a major challenge. Yep, we're on to our second row of hearts. Look at us. Just ripping right through. And look how much money we've got already. Gotta go back and boost my arrows and bombs again. Alright, so we've rescued one of the maidens trapped in the crystals. I wonder if any of you... There was actually a comic. Nintendo commissioned a comic series based on this game that was really cool. It took some substantial liberties with the plot, but it was really neat. I think they actually reissued those a number of years ago, so if you've got a chance to pick them up, you totally should pick them. It's just the one. I know there's been a bunch of comics. Oh, I'm talking over the plot. So she's explaining that they're trying to use the maidens to open a gate back to the light world so Ganon can invade with all his monsters, etc. Alright. Well, 6 more to go. And I gotta get another potion. The next boss is considerably easier than this one. Not that this one was hard, but... I definitely thought that guy was getting me with that bomb. Did I get lost? No. There we go. Oh, that's lost though. So now, did she mark on my map? She did. Okay, so that's where all the dungeons were. So there's one in the 2 in the swamp, 1 in the village, 1 in the forest, 1 in that weird blue thing, and then 1 up on Death Mountain. I'm actually going to take them slightly out of order. Because they're a little bit easier if you do it that way. Easier and, I would say, somewhat more fun, too. So you can do more stuff. For what that's worth. These enemies are so weird. I know I haven't really commented on them. There's a few, classic enemies wandering around. All right, I'm actually going to pause the recording for a second because I'm going to buy some more healing items and I'm gonna get some more arrows and bombs and stuff, so I'll rejoin you in a few moments. Okay. So, got 50 arrows now and a couple of health potions. We're in good shape. Alright, so this is what we needed the hammer for. We gotta hammer our way through here. And actually, thankfully, sometimes these skulls get up and attack you if you bump into them. I did want to do a thing over here. I think this is just a shop. Yeah, I'm not going to buy any of that stuff. Expensive healing potions and, oh, that thing down. We want to avoid that. That thing can actually take your shield, like, for good. And then you gotta buy another one. Alright. Oh, that isn't what I wanted to do. Guess we gotta do it this way. Splash. Oh god. These things bomb you. I wanted to do this so I can grab that. Let me just teleport back. Although now we gotta go way the hell around. How do I... Oh, okay, I can just go up that way. That's fine. Those things that bomb you are really annoying. Especially at this point of the game, because they do a lot of damage. As you can tell, there's sort of equivalent enemies in the Dark World to the Light World. Instead of the Zoras, we have those weird Cyclops things. Instead of the Knights, we have these little fellows. I do like that they they seem to be carrying blunted spears, which is kind of funny. I forget what they're called, but those those big Cyclops guys with the bombs, they often will end up doing more damage to their compatriots than they do to you. Alright, up north, where the equivalent of Link's house is a bomb shop, which we don't need now, but we will eventually. Alright, and that I want to go into. I think there's something useful in there, if I'm remembering correctly. Which I often don't, I will admit. Is this the guy that... Oh, yeah, alright, this guy gives you a whole bunch of money, so... We're good. It's the one generous person in the Dark World. And then we can get some more here, I think. Yeah, so we're sitting pretty now. We'll go, maybe off air, I'll go get even more bombs and arrows. We just need to hold on to a little bit for the end of the game. I think those are the equivalent of classic Zelda enemies, the moblins. Oops. I don't think there's anything I can do over there. Ooh, or is there actually? These guys are dropping a lot more money than I remember. Yeah, no. Just thinking of in the light world. So our next dungeon, and you can do some of these. I think you can actually do some of this stuff out of order. Ooh, actually, can I, while I'm here, I might be able to. Probably not, actually, now that I think about it. There's some stuff that you can do with the, yeah, I think I can do, wow, that guy walloped me. I think I can grab this thing while I'm here, which I will need. Yeah, perfect, okay. It's one of the few times in the game that I need the book again. Oh, you know what I need to do too? I forgot. I'll do that on the way back too. One of the big spells that you can get, and there's another one that I actually absolutely need, and I'll have to remember to go get that later. I forgot to get it while we were up north a little bit. Not a huge oversight, but gotta make sure I do that. The one that we just got is actually the one that the only one that you don't absolutely need in the game, but it's still useful. All right, we got some stuff to do here. So this is our next dungeon. However, if you try to go in there now, it's all flooded and you can't get anywhere. So what you actually need to do is go in here and, well, one thing first, clear this little guy out. As we did before, we're going to drain the gate because, as we've seen, certain things impact the light world and the dark world the same. So, because we drained the gate here, that's actually going to drain things in the dark world too. I don't know why it doesn't stay permanent after you drain. I think there's... Nope. Whoa. Yeah, that's the take your shield forever move that guy was just demonstrating. All right. So, yeah, again, this is a little bit of a longer dungeon. I kind of never been able to tell quite what those things are. They're like little water riders or something, but their sprite is not great. Sorry, sprite artists for The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Maybe you didn't... I was trying to block it with my shield like a cool guy. There's our map. At least in this game, this was pre them needing to give you a message every time you fished a key out of someplace. That got kind of old. I thought I remembered there being something there. Oh, right, this thing. Oops, that was stupid. All right. I think the key is this way. This is, I guess, sort of the water temple of the game, which I know may be giving some of you who played Ocarina of Time heart palpitations. This water temple is not that bad. Although, for the record, I never thought the water temple in Ocarina of Time was that bad either, but that's me. I think this is... yeah. Oops. I don't think that's anything, actually. So this wasn't a launch game for the Super Nintendo, but it was a fairly early Super Nintendo game. So the graphics are a little bit simpler compared to like some of the, you know, totally buck wild stuff that came later. I don't know what that is, but those things keep coming too. There's our treasure that we need. I think I gotta go... go this way. Again, I always kind of forget how these dungeons are laid out. I just kind of go with the flow of them. Eventually I get to where I need to be. No, not... oh, wait, no, this is a... there we go. Compass. It's the big key. The big key is always the thing that we really need. So as you'll notice, that thing spits fire every time we swing our sword, so we have to be a little bit careful with how we are eliminating our enemies. I think this is just a dead end. Oh no, that is a key. Good. Glad I remembered to do that. Oops. Can I not push these ones? Okay, guess I gotta do something. That's fine. There's only one more door I can go through, so it is what it is. There we go. Oops. We do want to reset that if I'm remembering correctly. To kill... yeah. Go back around. The nice thing about this dungeon is once you've done the water stuff, like reset the water level, it's set. You don't have to keep adjusting the level like in Ocarina of Time. Again, I don't remember that dungeon being that bad, but I have only played that game once, so maybe I'm misremembering. You never know. Clear these guys out. Okay, this is the one that you can remove. I don't think there's anything here either, but clearing those guys out is not a problem. Yeah, the boss of this dungeon is relatively easy. Not that Zelda bosses are ever very tough, but, you know. The last guy... oh, jeez. Ah! Stop hitting me with water things. I want to keep my health topped up so I can keep polishing off these. Alright, I gotta go this way. This should be the big key. Nope. I wanted to go the other way. Oh, that's why I wanted to reset that thing. Because we need to go that way. My favorite dungeon of the game is probably next, which will be fun. I don't... maybe we can do it on this one. If we make it a slightly... probably not by the time I get over there and start doing stuff. This is our big key. There we go. Alright. Now we're ready to rock and roll. A lot of money in this dungeon that I didn't remember. Again, I think we only need 100 gold to get the item that's like you need to finish the game. Or 100 gold, 100 rupees. Man, it is still really coming down outside. A lot of my neighbors tend to be real go-getters when it comes to snow removal, but even they have just taking the wait-and-see approach. Just hope it's not dark by the time the snow stops. Here we go. It's the hook shot. Classic Zelda. This was the first Zelda game where this item showed up, so it's kind of cool. Oh, I do need to get an item, which... there it is. Needed one last key. Now we're just on our way to the boss. A few last little details to take care of. Which one is it? Don't want to get electrocuted by that thing. There we go. And I think it's this way. Damn it. Oop. Yeah, this is the right way. That way, I think, leads to a dead end. Oh, damn. Okay, never mind. Hopefully that statue... no, of course not. That would be silly. Not as much to say about this dungeon. It's fine. Like I said, we're on my way to on our way to one of my favorites, though. So there's some cool stuff ahead. I don't think we need that. Whatever's down there. Just a heart. I don't think we need to go that way either. One of these has something behind it, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't think it's anything exciting, but... oh, it's the way forward. It's the most exciting. There's some other stuff I can noodle around with, but we might as well just wrap this up. We're close enough to the end. Some slime that we don't have to worry about. So you can't hit these guys here. I just use this. It's really overkill for these two water gliders, but I don't want them pestering me while I'm swimming around there. It's annoying. We do need a key, which I think is back that way. Open up that way, forward. Come on. There we go. Ow, you bastard. I don't want to use another big spell just for that idiot. Come on, some hearts. Let me fill my magic meter. There we go. Alright, it's boss time. Let's deal with this guy. It looks like a kind of mole face, but it is... oops. Okay, remember to do that. So he's... I think he's called, like, Argus, or Algus or something. Oops. Alright, yeah, don't just, like, bang into him, like... oops. he's got these like weird little amoeba things that are clinging to him that you have to take care of. But they're pretty easy to take out, as you can see. Oops. Let me get in though. There we go. And now it's just him, and he does his thing. He just kind of bounces around the room. As long as he doesn't land on you, this is pretty easy. Kind of loses his pizzazz without his without his little amoeba things. Another heart tank and another crystal. Look at us, just rocketing along. You have to have your have all the maidens give their speeches. Oh my god, it's like picking up outside. Good lord. You're welcome. Yeah, so we are explicitly being sent to kill Ganon, because as long as he's alive, the Triforce obeys him. The evil thief. This is where they first, I think it's where they first start talking about Ganon as a thief, and that his sort of pig transformation was a result of using the Triforce. Yeah, she's giving us some hints here that we have to find a few little warp points to sneak between the worlds. I sure do, because I don't want to hear that again. Alright, I think there's a couple other things we can do now, too. So yeah, I don't think we'll make it to the dungeon today, but we can do a couple of cool things here to get a few more items that we need to really get us positioned well for the rest of the game. I think we can... I hate those things. And go this way. So here, you'll remember, I pointed out a few episodes ago, was in the light world was where the kids playing the flute and those animals were hanging out. So this is him. This is the flute kid. So what we've been seeing is some sort of like, I don't know, memory of him that's manifested in that area. Alright, so he's tasking us with finding his flute for him. And we can do it, like, really easily. Since we're right here. Alright, and as he said, he buried it with flower seeds, so it's with, there we go. It's with the flowers. Now we've recovered it. Now this thing disappears forever, so I hope you enjoyed it, because he never comes back. Alright, so now we gotta bring this guy his flute. He's looking a little weird now. There are some slight differences of the sprite. Asks us to play his flute for him one more time. So this is the first appearance of the ocarina in The Legend of Zelda, an item which went on to be, I mean, super important in Ocarina of Time, but just overall for the series is pretty important. Yeah, there he goes. He's a tree now. Everyone turns into trees. Okay, so we got to bring it to his dad, who is conveniently in the village. You'll remember we talked to him briefly in the first episode, I think. I haven't really pointed it out, but there are more... once you kill the wizard, the enemies and the guards and things actually increase in the rest of... in the light world. So yeah, there were no guards here before. Where's this red guy coming from? Yeah, there's even going to be some, like, out and about in the town. Oh, and we can actually do... No, we can't do that yet. Never mind. Well, we can, but we got to go around the other way. Alright, so we got to play the flute for this guy. I did. Yeah, he's fine. No. Alright, we got to play it for the bird in the square. Don't worry, he's not dead, he's just a tree. Trees are not dead. I learned that in school. Oh, I can... Alright, so we're going to play this for the... Whoa. So this is the equivalent of, like, fast travel. We can use the bird to go different places. Set points. I want to show one other thing. We really only needed to get into one dungeon, though. Right, this is the chicken. Okay, there's a weird thing with this chicken. I don't know why this is, but it... Yeah, I don't know. And for the record, I haven't even attacked any chickens yet in this game, and the weathercock is my buddy. I just freed him. Anyway, so yeah, you can use that to fast travel around. It's not wildly useful because you can only use it in the light world, a place that we're going to try to not spend a ton of time going forward. But you do need it to get into one particular dungeon. Oops, so long. So it's important. It might save us a little bit of time in a few spots. We really need we need one other item before it gets particularly useful. But speaking of which, we're going to go get that right now. Oh, actually, we're going to go get one other thing first. We're going to... There's a piece of a heart here. Back in the light world that we're going to snag. There's probably a few other things that I'm forgetting because I'm trying to focus on doing entertaining commentary, but... Yeah, we haven't completed a heart container in a while. We'll get there eventually. The hook shot opens up most of the rest of the dark world for us, so we can get a few cool things now. We just have to get... Oops. Ah! Just have to get over there. Oh, watch this. Woo! He drops some of the trees have little, like, faces on them. You can talk to them. Yeah. Apparently everybody turns into trees, except for the jerks who turn into monsters. I guess that's something. Yeah, maybe off-air I'll probably go and increase my my bombs and my arrows again, because we're starting to get quite a lot of money. What's the sign say? The bomb shop. Yeah, we don't need him yet, but he's very important down the line. Oh, you know what we can do before we go over there? I can get that thing I was talking about. Oops. Yeah, so we need the hook shot to get over to kind of the second chunk of the dark world. But before we do that, I want to go and grab one other thing that we need over by the shop. Past where the witch was. kind of up where Zora was. There's one thing that we want to snag up there. Take a few minutes. Here's the creepy Octoroks. Oops, that thing's alive. Hopefully, I mean, this is going to get posted quite a few weeks after the storm, but hopefully all of you on the east coast of the United States are managing all right, given what's going on. So, is it this? Curses to anyone who throws something into my circle of stones. Well, you know what that tells me? That tells me this sign needs to go into the circle of stones. Some weird catfish. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da. So that's Quake. That's one of the other two big magic spells, Quake. We will need that eventually. Alright, let's go over to the village, and then we can kind of wrap up this episode. Such a fun game. I've probably complained a lot less playing this one than I have most of the other games that I've done Let's Plays for. This is a very soothing, relaxing game. It's a good one to play while there's a horrific blizzard outside and I'm trapped inside and I'm really not looking forward to doing snow cleanup in probably a few hours. Alright, I don't think we can see what... Oh yeah, you can just barely see that you're aiming at those things. So, here we are on the other side of the dark world. Oh, there's something cool we can get. Actually, two things we can get here. I'll get us to the village, and then we'll call it a day. So, I'll show you this. This is kind of a... You might have to try this a few times. And the graveyard's all full of these little dirtbag ghosts. So anyway, you're normally supposed to have to wait till you have the power to lift big stones. But you can kind of cheese it and just do this here if you position the mirror just right. Actually, I'm going to use the mirror again. So, and this thing is very cool. The invisible cape makes you invisible and functionally invincible. There's actually 2 items in the game that do that, which is a little weird. Also, we have to make sure we're in the right spot when we go back, so we don't get teleported again. And then we can do this up here again. And there's another thing we can get. Look at that. I believe this bomb here. Another piece of a heart. Huzzah. Oh, you know what I should have done while I... Nah, whatever. I can do that later. I can do that later in the light world. I do have to remember to... There's another... Oops, don't jump down. I want to teleport back to the dark world. Alright. I don't know if this is supposed to be their equivalent of a graveyard or it's just like a space. We can go into their equivalent of the church, but I think it's just a guy who asked for money for things again. Jeez. I don't need your story. Alright. Oh, actually, there's a couple things we can get now. Just thinking out loud. Some fun stuff. I don't know what that arrow's for. It's clearly pointing at something, but maybe it means the thing in the light world where we already found that item. There's a couple things we can get over here, which are pretty cool. So in the light world, oh, where's the cape? Well, we have a cape. In the light world, this is the access point to Death Mountain. It is not in the dark world. It is the access point to this weird little challenge. so we need the hook shot to get over here. And then we need our good buddy, the magic cape, to get through this. I don't know why you can pass right through the rubber thing with the magic cape. That presumes that it's some kind of enemy that is, like, observing you. Hey, and we get an extra heart container. Oops, whoa. Crazy bird. Actually, I think there is... I think this is just a shop, right? Yeah, we don't need any ear junk. But there's a cool thing that we can do here where we... Now remember, these guys were cutting this tree and they said there was something weird about it. It's hollow. It's not a tree at all. I think there's fairies here. Yeah, fairies. But this is what I was interested in. Less exciting now that we've finished our heart container, but it's still there. Alright. Back to the dark world we go. Oops, I'm already over an hour. I've betrayed that sacred trust. But, oops. Ah, stupid moblin. But it was worth it, right? Because you got to see all that cool stuff. Yeah, let me just run over to the village and then we can wrap up. So there are actually two dungeons right here, kind of back to back. There's the one in the woods, and then there's the one in the village. Technically, the one in the woods is number 3. It's the next one. But I almost always do the village first. Oops. Stupid bee. Because there's just a lot of cooler stuff you can do here. So yeah, this is the Dark World equivalent of the village. It's full of monsters. Oh, those guys will steal money from you, which is fun. Oh, there is. And actually, I think there's like a ton of money in this village too. Whoa, geez. All right, yeah. I'm gonna go. Ooh. Yeah, I need to go upgrade some stuff. Yeah, I can't open that yet. That's right. All right. Well, we did okay today. So we're at the village. We're ready to do some more villagey stuff. But for now, I'm going to call it a day because we've been recording for far too long. So thanks for joining me again on one of my favorite games, a classic Zelda. And I hope you come back for the future episodes. So until then, I have been Mike with Team Brothership, and I will see you real soon. Have a great week, everybody.